Hey everyone, this is Bruno from Integraudio, and today we're going to talk about Quanta by Audio Damage, a granular sync generator. But first, I'd like to invite you to subscribe to our channel and also activate the notifications so you can get our new reviews first. Well, a granular sync generator can be used to grab a sample and slice it to small pieces, which are called grains. So it can be used to create some textures and sounds and melodies with some very unique features. And I'm gonna show you how it works and what you can do with this for your songs. So this is Quanta's first screen. It has a lot of knobs and settings we can use to shape our sound. But the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna drag this little sample here so we can work on it. So here it is. You can see that the sample has been turned to some small pieces that are the grains. And let's see how it sounds with no settings done. So you can see that it doesn't sound like the sample because it's only playing the shape that's been set here. But let's turn the level of the shape down and see how it sounds now. You can see that it's playing a very little sample of the sound we choose, but we can use these settings to create some more effects to our sound. So let's see how we can do to turn the shape of the oscillator, how it's gonna sound. You can see that we can change how it's sounding, and we also have the tune, the pulse width, and the fine of the shape. See how it's interfering on the sound. And we also have this noise generator, which can choose the level and the color of the noise we can add to the sample. Let's get it this way. And now we have the grain control, which can be used to really shape our sound. So here's the shape of the grains. Let's change it to see how it's gonna sound. We have a lot of options in here. And we can also set the grains to 1 to 100. Let's see how it works. Let me just turn down the noise. You can see that with this random setting, it adds some more wideness to our sounds. And there's also the length of the sound. The tune of the grains. All of them can be randomized, so it creates some more cool effects, as you can see. And the position is the same we do here. We can also click at the position we want to use for the sound, but we can use the knob if you want to. And also randomize the position. Well, something cool to work with is to grab one note and choose the position to create some patterns and some melodies as you want to. So you can see that it takes the part of the melody we want to, and we can create a new pattern from it. The plugin also has these two filters, which can be used to create some more effects on the EQ of your song. Let's turn it on and see how it works. You can choose the shape of the filters if you want to. So it works very well if you want to create some atmospheric and EQ effects to your track. Now let's talk about these three settings in here. There's the FEG, the FLFO, and the matrix. And I'm gonna show you how everything works and how we can use this. So the FEG is the envelope of the sound. You can really mold it to sound as you want to. Let's try some things to see how it works. You can see that it creates that fade and this envelope effect to the sound. And you can also choose the direction of the sound. There's the forward direction, which we're using now, but we can play reverse or randomize it. You decide what you want to do. Let's try to reverse the sound to see how it sounds. The FLFO makes the shape of the sound as we want to, so you can choose the frequency, the phase, the shape, the skew, and the warp. And you also have two of them, so you can really work with the settings. Let's play a bit and see how it sounds. You can see that the FLFO settings are modifying the shape of the sound, so you can use this to carve what you want to sound on your songs. And there's also the matrix that is a control center for your effects. You can control everything from the frequency, the oscillator, and everything as you want to, so it can sound the best you want to do. Let's try to modify some things so we can see how it works. So here I changed the grain position handle to 74. You can see that it makes a more wide sound. And there is a lot of other settings you can set up in here. So you can make it sound as you want to, and also experiment a lot of the sounds. That is the best part of granular synths, to experiment and create some very unique sound that can be used at your sounds. So now I'm gonna show you some presets that came with the plugin. I think there's lots of interesting sounds in the presets, and we can also use the preset settings to our own samples, which is very cool, as we can choose something that we really like and put our own sounds in it, so we can also create new textures and create new sounds. We have 4 artist series here from some musicians that create some sounds for Quanta. and also some keys, pad, rhythmic, and soundscape presets with some very cool sounds that can be used for creating your own melodies. So let's check some of them out. So you can see with these examples that this plugin is a very complete library for your sounds. And if you want to use some of the same settings with some other samples, you can also do this. So let's check this out. So I'm just gonna use this Jazz Guitar Escape preset, and I'm gonna change the sample and also some of the settings so we can see how it sounds. Here you can see on the screen how the plugin is working on the sample. And now let me grab the sample we used at the beginning, so let's see how it sounds with the settings. So for these settings, we can see that the filter 1 frequency is at 63 for VEG2. There's also the oscillator tune that's 100% at the note and 20% at the band. The FL-FO1 grain position is at 100, and the grain tune for the note is at 102, and the band is at 20. So this is what's creating this effect that we hear and that we see at the sample here. Now let's play a bit with these grain shapes and length and position so we can see how it's gonna sound for our new sample. You can see that the note's position is going in and out, so it comes at forward, but it comes back at reverse, so it still has the same effect, but we can choose another sample to see how it sounds. And here's a little sound I did with Quanta. Here's the sample I used. But then I did the settings to make it sound like some ethereal synth or something like that. It's kind of very structured, but you can use Quanta for some more experimentations and some more eclectic sounds. So let's see how it sounds with the settings done. You can see that it has some tinkling little things in the sides, but it's very ethereal sound on the front. And I also used the Marcos Fisher felt parlor to create the bass sound of the song. Let's see how it sounds. You can see that it kind of has this tremolo on the melody. It's not like a straight line, it's more like a wave or something like that. And I add this beat, so let's see how it sounds with the two Quanta synths and the beat that I added. It's kind of cool, like some mystery dance or something like that. But as I said, the granular synth is something that requires a lot of experimentation and change all the settings and see what you can do till you get something you like, or you can use the presets to add your own sounds and do your melodies with more originality and whatever you want. So it's a very, very cool plugin and I really recommend, but it requires some experience and some experimentation to get to very great results. But they are possible, and I'm very excited to use this on my sounds and to see how it goes. So this is Quanta by Audio Damage. It's a very customizable plugin with a lot of settings and features that can be used to create your own sounds. And granular synth, it's all about experimentation, so you can have lots of tries to create some different results and get what you want. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate our notifications, and I see you in the next time.